Hello to all. I, Dr. Ramandeep Kaur, welcome back you on the VHS e-learning classes. Our today's lecture is focused on the fertilization, like what is fertilization, how it happened. So I have divided our lecture into two sessions. In our today's lecture, we'll discuss about the gametogenesis, and in the next subsequent lecture, we will discuss about how the blastocyst formation occurs, how the morula, and how the implantation. That all we'll discuss in our another lecture. So today we are just discussing about the gametogenesis, which forms a basis for the fertilization. So before starting about the what is gametogenesis, let's talk about a little in brief about what is fertilization. So fertilization, it is a process of fusion of sperms and ovum. It is a haploid gamete cell. So it is a basically what is fertilization? When we fuse the sperm and ovum, and this fusion occurs at the junction of ampulla and isthmus. So look here on the diagram that the fertilization, it is a fusion of the sperm and the ovum, and this fertilization occurs at which place it occurs? See here in the diagram, it occurs at the ampullary isthmic junction. So basically, if the question comes to you that where does the fertilization occur? So the answer would be it occurs in the ampullary part of the fallopian tube. And when the fertilization occur, due to fertilization, there is a diploid single cell form. There is a diploid single cell form which is called as the zygote. See, simply basically. So in the like we were talking about the fusion of the sperm and ovum. Like sperm, it will give us the 23 number of chromosome, and similarly ovum, it will give us the 23 number of chromosome. And when they both will fuse, the zygote will form. So it is a 46 number of chromosome, like 23 from maternal side and 23 from father. This is the fertilization. Now moving ahead, let's discuss about something very interesting about the fertilization. So about 200 million sperms reach the reproductive tract through the vagina. So from that reach the reproductive tract by the vagina, and from that less than 2 million, just from 200 million, see, less than 2 million just reaches the cervix by the movement of tail. Tail is a part of the sperm, so by the movement of that sperm, so only less than 2 million reaches the cervix, and out of 2 million, only 200 reaches the secondary oocyte. Always remember, for the fertilization, sperm need to be fused with the secondary oocyte. So what is secondary oocytes, how it forms? Now we are going to discuss about it only. And also very important question. So keep in mind that the fertilization occurs within 12 to 24 hours of the involution, as the lifespan of ovum is 12 to 24 hours, and similarly the sperm has a lifespan of 48 to 72 hours after the ejaculation. So these two are the very important questions. Now moving ahead, gametogenesis. So what is gametogenesis? It is a process of formation of gametogenesis is the process of the formation of mature sperm and mature ovum. So for the fusion. So gametogenesis, it includes two things. First is Oogenesis. Oogenesis is formation of the ovum, and second is the spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis is the formation of the sperm. And so always keep in mind a very important question, that gametogenesis begins with the primordial germ cells, or we can say that the primitive germ cells. So this is also very important question. Either the like gametogenesis, we know that it includes two things. First is the oogenesis and second is the spermatogenesis. And the initiation of both the oogenesis and the spermatogenesis start from the primitive germ cells. So first we are going to discuss about the oogenesis. Oogenesis is the process of formation of mature ovum. This is called as oogenesis. So remember that the oogenesis starts in the female when she is in her mother womb. When she is in her mother's womb. So from this it is clear that the oogenesis starts from the time the female has conceived. Like if the female has conceived a girl child, then the process of oogenesis will start during that time, but it will complete at the time of puberty. When the menstrual cycle will start, the process of oogenesis will complete at that time. So for your knowledge, that we can say that the oogenesis, half of the oogenesis occurs before birth, and half after the birth, that is at puberty. So for the process of the oogenesis, so what happened in the oogenesis is that the yolk sac secretes the primitive germ cell. See, yolk sac secretes a primitive or the primordial germ cells, and these primordial germ cells is travel to the genital ridge, and from where it forms the gonads. Female's ovary will form. Like see, suppose this is a yolk sac. So here around 3 weeks of intrauterine life, like when the zygote it is of 3 weeks. So here the primitive germ cells will form, and it will migrate to the genital ridge around 4th week, and from there it will form the gonads. So germ cells migrate from the yolk sac around 3rd week of intrauterine life, and for around 4th week it will form the genital ridge, and then the gonad formation start. And if this primitive germ cells fail to migrate, like uski transfer nahi ho rahi hai, so it will lead to the formation of teratomas. So teratoma is a kind of a carcinoma which can be benign or the cancerous. So this is an important question, so keep in mind, if the migration of the primitive germ cell does not occur, so it will lead to the formation of the teratomas. Now we are going to discuss about the process of oogenesis. So oogenesis, there is a primitive germ cells, like the yolk sac secretes a primitive germ cells. So this primitive germ cells it is basically a diploid number of chromosome. Diploid number of chromosome मतलब 46 chromosome. 46 chromosome कैसे? 23 fathers से and 23 का आए from the mother. 23 from the mother. So it forms a 46 number of chromosome. So this primitive germ cells, by the process of mitosis, remember first the mitosis will happen. There is a occurrence of the mitosis in the primitive germ cells, which will lead to the formation of the oogonia. So this primitive germ cells undergo proliferation, that is mitosis, and it is called as a oogonia. As by mitotic division it is proliferating, so the number of the chromosome will remain the same. So as by mitotic division, it is dividing. So number of chromosome is same. So how much is the number of chromosome? It is 46 number. So now then further mitosis will happen. Oogonia will further undergo to the mitosis, and it will lead to the formation of the primary oocytes. See, remember, when we have enough number of oogonia, then there is a one oogonia which will undergo the proliferation, and rest all will degenerate. One oogonia will proliferate and rest other will degenerate, and one oogonia which is left, it will become enlarged. That oogonia become enlarged, and it forms a primary oocytes. Enlarge and forms primary oocyte, which is surrounded by bag of epithelial cell. So I will repeat, मैंने बोला जब ओगोनियम, there are enough number of oogonia present inside the female, that ovary, and from that only one oogonia will enlarge and rest all will degenerate. जो एक oogonia बचा, it will become the primary oocyte, and there is a sheath of epithelial cell around it. The sheath of epithelial cells around it, which is called as follicular cells. So what is primary oocyte? Primary oocyte is when there is a one oogonia which is surrounded by the follicular cell. So this primary oocyte is made of oogonia, so its genetic material will remain the 46 number of chromosome. So till now we are just having a 46 number of chromosome. Now next, also remember, when the cell is ready for meiosis, it is called as the primary oocyte. So now when oogonia is transferred into primary oocyte, then mitosis will stopped, and this is the time now the meiosis will start. Okay, mitosis खत्म होगी, अब क्या start हुआ? Mitosis. So the first, that is meiosis 1 will start. So the first meiotic division will occur. So primary oocyte will start with its first meiotic division, and when there is meiosis 1 started, then again what will happen, that primary oocyte will stop its meiosis 1. The primary oocyte who was undergoing the meiosis 1, so it will halt, it will arrest its meiosis at what stage? At diplotin stage of prophase. Diplotin stage of prophase. Raja, we all learned that the meiosis of four type: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. And prophase is the first stage of meiosis, and diplotin is a fourth stage of prophase. Diplotin is the fourth stage of the prophase. So what will happen, that the meiosis 1 will halt. It will halt at what time period? At diplotin stage of the prophase. अब क्या हो गया? meiosis 1 हमारी जो होगी वो बंद हो गई है. So also remember that now the meiosis 1 is stopped. It will remain halted till the time of puberty. So remember, before birth, first meiotic division was started in the primary oocyte, but it has not completed. So till puberty it is not completed. And remember one important question, that arrest in primary oocyte is called as the dictyate state. So if the questions come, what is the dictyate state? So dictyate state is the in the oogenesis, when the meiosis 1 stopped its further division. So अब क्या हुआ, meiosis 1 यहाँ पे बंद हो गई है. So now the female is born with 2 million primary oocyte which is surrounded by the primordial follicle. फीमेल इज बॉर्न, उसकी ओवरी में क्या होगी, प्राइमरी oocytes होंगे, एंड दैट प्राइमरी oocyte इज सराउंडेड बाय अ sheath of epithelial cell which is called as the, this is called as a follicular cells. Follicular cells are surrounded the primary oocyte, and it is called as, this whole is called as a primordial follicle. Primordial follicle. सो सम इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट अबाउट दिस oogonia. अभी हमारी हाफ खत्म हुई है. मैंने बोला कि oogenesis हाफ होती जब फीमेल मदर के पेट में, हाफ जब उसकी प्यूबर्टी होगी. सो अभी तक हमारी हाफ स्टेज हो चुकी है, मियोसिस 1 पे आके वो स्टॉप हो चुका है. And then the oogonia count. It is a very important question that around 20 weeks of intrauterine life, there is 7 million oocytes. That is the 70 lakh oocytes are present in the female. And at birth, primary oocyte number is 2 million. That is 20 lakh. And at the puberty, primary oocyte will become to the 4 lakh. And at the reproductive period, there is a 4,000. So just remember, keep in mind that the oogonia formation will occur in the, when she is in her mother's womb. When she has delivered, there is no oogonia, there is only a primary oocyte. Now talk about further about in the oogenesis, that at the puberty. So after the birth, at the puberty, so till that time of puberty, female ovary has, उसके ovary में क्या होगा, has primary oocyte with follicular cells around it. So till the time of puberty, जो ये primary oocyte है, it will degenerate. अभी पीछे हमने डिस्कस किया. So till the time of puberty हमारे पास कितने primary oocyte रह जाते हैं, it will remains 4 lakhs from 20 lakh. फीमेल पैदा तो हुई थी 20 lakhs प्राइमरी oocyte के साथ, पर जब तक वो प्यूबर्टी की स्टेज तक पहुंची, शी हैज़ लेफ्ट विद ओनली 4 lakhs oocyte. Why? Because the rest of the oocytes has undergone the degeneration. So अब क्या हुआ, प्यूबर्टी हुई. So puberty, when the menstrual cycle will start. When the menstrual cycle will start, so there is an increase in the follicular FSH, follicular stimulating hormone, which will stimulate the follicles. So meiosis 1 will resume due to the luteinizing hormone. जो हमारी मियोसिस 1 थी वो पीछे स्टॉप हुई थी ना. सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दैट मियोसिस 1 इज अ हार्मोन डिपेंडेंट स्टेज. सो ल्यूटिनाइजिंग हार्मोन का सर्ज हुआ और उसके साथ क्या हुआ, हमारी मियोसिस 1 स्टार्ट होगी. एंड देन द मियोसिस 1 विल कंप्लीट. Meiosis 1 will complete, and it will lead to formation of secondary oocyte and the first polar body. So meiosis 1 से क्या हुआ, सो meiosis 1 ने क्या जनरेट किया, एक तो हमारा स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ साइटोप्लाज्म, जिसको हम बोलते हैं फर्स्ट पोलर body. Remember, it is called as the first polar body. And second, this one is it is the secondary oocyte. So once this meiosis 1 completion will produce 2 cells. One cell with a very small amount of cytoplasm, that is called as a first polar body, and another one with a large cytoplasm in it, which is called as the second oocyte. So इससे हमारी meiosis 1 से क्या प्रोड्यूस हुआ, एक तो सेकेंडरी oocyte और एक हमारी हुई सेकेंड पोलर बॉडी. एंड सेकेंड पोलर बॉडी बिकॉज राजे उसमें बहुत कम अमाउंट में साइटोप्लाज्म है, इट विल डिजनरेट एंड रीअब्जॉर्ब. एंड अब हमारे पास क्या रह गया, सिर्फ सेकेंडरी oocyte. सो देयर is very important question. What is ovulation? Ovulation is when primary oocyte changes into secondary oocyte, that is called as the ovulation. Remember this term. Now I have told you that there is a secondary oocyte. अब हमारे पास आ गया secondary oocyte, and that secondary oocyte will further undergoes the meiosis II. जो हमारे secondary oocyte, it will undergo the meiosis II. अब फर्दर क्या होगा? meiosis II स्टार्ट तो होगी एंड अगेन देयर इज द अरेस्ट इन meiosis II. So secondary oocyte will stop the meiosis II at metaphase stage. अब अगेन दोबारा से हमारी meiosis II जो बंद होगी है. Now at this time that ovum will wait in the fallopian tube for 12 to 24 hours. अब वो जो हमारा सेकेंडरी oocyte है वो वेट करेगा अपनी fallopian tube पे. Wait for what? For the sperm, for the magic touch of the sperm. So अगर तो sperm, if there is a sperm inside, if the like at the very starting I had discussed the very important definition that what is when the fertilization occurs. So when we can say that the sperm it fertilized with the secondary oocytes, then only the fertilization will happen. Like I've told you that around of the 200 million only 2 million sperms can enter that secondary oocytes, and if the fertilization occurs at this time, then further meiosis II will resume. And suppose if not fertilization occur, like if the sperm has not fertilized the secondary oocytes, then what will happen? This secondary oocyte will degenerate and it will reabsorbed by the fallopian tube and through the menses it will come out. ठीक है, जब menstrual cycle आएंगे and the secondary oocyte which was absorbed it will come out. And second, if the fertilization occur, now when the fertilization occur, then meiosis II will start. This secondary oocyte will restart its meiosis II. meiosis II start भी करेगा and it will complete it very rapidly, और बहुत जल्दी से इसको complete भी करेगा. And जब ये meiosis II complete हो गई, it will lead to the formation of second polar body which has a very less amount of the cytoplasm, और ये क्या होगा? It will degenerate and it will absorb. And another one, it will produce a ova or female pronucleus. So this female pronucleus, it will fuse with the male sperm, and then the fertilization will happen. So here the role of the sperm is very important for the fertilization. See, first, what is the importance of the sperm in this? Like it will help to in the completion of meiosis II. meiosis II तभी होगी जब हमारा fertilization होगा. अगर fertilization नहीं है तो meiosis II नहीं होगी. Then that secondary oocyte will comes out in the menstrual cycle. And another, sperm is also a sex determining chromosome. Like if sperm is carrying X chromosome, then 2X it will become a female, and if the sperm is carrying a Y chromosome, then XY will become a male. So we can say that the power or the sex determination, what would be the sex of the child, it is completely dependent upon the sperm, like this which chromosome sperm is carrying, whether the sperm is carrying X or the Y chromosome. And another question related to this mature ovum, the size of this ovum is 130 microns, and each oogonia will give rise to the one ova or the one pronucleus. So with this, our oogenesis is completed. Now let's recapitalize this oogenesis at the very first. Like the female germ cells, the primitive germ cells, that is oogonia, it will go under the mitosis. Mitosis हुआ हमारे primary oocyte बनने शुरू हुए, and that primary oocyte will go under the meiosis 1. पर वो meiosis 1 पूरा नहीं होगा, वो wait करेगा till the time of the puberty, because meiosis 1 की completion के लिए क्या चाहिए हमें? We need the luteinizing hormone. And when there is a completion of the meiosis 1, then there is a formation of the secondary oocytes and the first polar body. And again for the completion of secondary oocyte will again start the meiosis 2. अगर the fertilization है, then the meiosis 2 will complete, and if there is not fertilization, that secondary oocyte will degenerate. Now second, we are going to discuss about the spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis, it is a process of formation of spermatids, from the primitive germ cells which are present in the seminiferous tubules of the testes, and this will further lead to the formation of this spermatids, leads to the formation of spermatozoa. And interesting and important facts about this sperm is about 200 to 300 million immature sperms are produced in the male testes. And remember, the site of production of this spermatogenesis is the seminiferous tubule, and this production of sperm starts at the puberty. Like the oogenesis, I've told you, the female ovum will start from the time of when she is conceived in her mother's womb. And the storage cell of the sperm is the epididymis. Sertoli cells give nutrition and support to the developing sperm. Now let's discuss about the spermatogenesis. So at the time of the puberty, there is a primitive germ cells in the seminiferous tubule of male, and this is called as that is spermatogonia. The spermatogonia is present in the primitive germ cells. It is a diploid number of cells with the 46 number of chromosome, and it will go mitosis. And when the mitosis will happen, it will replicate, it will produce the same number of chromosome. It will replicate and it produce a similar copy of its self. Then further after the mitosis, there will occur a meiosis 1. There is an occurrence of the meiosis 1 in the spermatocytes. And when the meiosis 1 occurs, there is a decrease in number of chromosome. So this, in the meiosis 1, the number of the chromosome will get decreased. So it will lead to the formation of the secondary spermocytes like 23X and 23Y. Then again meiosis 2 will happen, and this in the meiosis 2 it will produce the same 4 number of precursor gametes. So this it will produce like so this will happen. This is a 4 number of spermatids. 23X, 23X, then 23Y, 23Y. And how the formation of spermatids occur. Now this spermatids will going to fertilize with the mature ovum. And remember, these spermatids are the immature cells which are incapable of the reproduction. So this is the first stage of the spermatogenesis, which is also called as the spermatocytogenesis. And second phase of the spermatogenesis is the spermiogenesis. So spermiogenesis is the transformation of that spermatid to a mature sperm. So it has 4 phases. First is a Golgi phase. So this Golgi body forms a acrosome, Second is the acrosomal form, in which the acrosome going to condense around the nucleus, and then there is third phase, that in which there is a formation of the tail. This centriole is going to elongate and form the tail, and for last is a maturation phase, when the excess cytoplasm will lost and it will lead to the formation of matured sperm. So always remember, my friends, that the formation of mature sperms occur in the seminiferous tubules. अब ये जो mature sperm बना, it is non-motile, and for the then this sperm is going to store in the epididymis, and where it will gain its motility, and that motile sperm is capable of the reproduction. So spermatogenesis, in a very brief at a glance, that there is a mitosis of the primitive germ cells, that is spermatogonia, which will reduce to the formation of the primary spermocytes, and that primary spermocytes will go under the first meiotic division, that it will lead to the formation of the secondary spermocyte, and that will further goes to the secondary meiotic division, and then we have the 4 spermatids. This 4 spermatids will undergo to the process for the spermiogenesis, which has the 4 phases, and then the matured sperm will form. And always remember, this is a very important question, that the maturity of the sperm is attained in the proximal epididymis, and its motility is attained in the distal part of the epididymis, and the time taken for the sperm to reach at the fertilization site is 30 minutes. Means after the ejaculation, sperm will take around 30 minutes to reach the ejaculation site, and time taken to form a mature sperm, that is spermatogenesis plus maturation, is 90 days. So with this, our gametogenesis is finished. Thank you so much.